Hey guys, it's me. I have not lost any weight this is the third week since I've been 199. I actually went down to 198 and it was 198.8, but it went back up to 199 and I just can't seem to get another pound off, but I can tell that I have lost, and this is not all me. It's my old bra and it's not me, but I've lost some, and I feel better. I just don't really like to eat food. We'll get started. I'm gonna take my shot today. I'm gonna get my medicine. I'm still on the Ozempic 0.5, and I'm probably going to stay on the medicine 0.5 for like 5 months because I have 5 months of it. Yeah, I've got okay, I'm all set. Nothing much has been going on this week, just I've been eating a lot of moo bars. Well, I eat 1 or 2 a day, and I guess I'll show you what they are, because when I eat something, I always look at the calories and I always keep track. Maybe this, I don't know why this would be why I'm not losing, because they are 190 calories for one, and there's actually a little bit of protein in it, 1 gram. These are only 60 calories, and there's no 1 gram of protein. They're peach, but you get raspberry and orange and different kinds. And I do like the fudge bars. They're actually probably better. They are 120 calories. But that's my only little extra thing that I make sure that I have, because I do get to wanting something a little bit sweet, and I know you can't eat anything real sweet because it'll make you sick, but I don't think there's that. I don't know. Maybe if you all know, you can put it on my notes, because there's some reason why I'm not losing, and I can feel myself getting smaller, and I feel better in my clothes, but those numbers don't lie. Now on my old scale I'm 198. I did check that, but since we're going by my new scale, I have to go by the 199. And it's close to 198 because it gives the tenths or whatever, but it hasn't gotten down there yet. So anyway, for anybody that hasn't seen this is the Ozempic. This is my 3rd pack. So I took 5 weeks with this pen does a half or a quarter, 0.25 or 0.5, and I did 5 weeks of the quarter, and the rest of the time I've done a half. And today is my 83rd day. 7 goes into that, maybe like 10, 11 times. So it's like 11 weeks in a couple days. I started on Tuesdays, giving my shot, but then I felt it was more beneficial for me to do it on Sunday. So that's why I was a little early 1 week. Anyway, getting us ready. And I do screw up a little bit, but I take the cap off. Whoops, this is the cap side. And I do shake it up. And it comes with, oh, I still got a lot in here. Comes with 6 needles. In fact, I was even thinking about taken an extra quarter this week, so it'd be 0.75. But I'm not going to do it today. I would add it maybe in a couple days. But it comes with this little paper on it. You take that paper off. I think I'm needing an office. And then you put the whole thing on the top here and you screw it on. Screw it on tight and shake it up. I'm kind of afraid of my refrigerator because it gets cold and sometimes it freezes things. You don't want this to freeze. So I turned my refrigerator down to 36. I think that's what they recommended. I did have it at like 33, and sometimes the milk would get a little frosty because if you, I took the top off, the little cap. If it freezes, you've lost your medicine. Then there's another little cap on there, and I take this cap off. And when I take that off, there's like a little drop of Ozempic. And you clean your leg with alcohol. And I have these little alcohol swabs left over from an old illness of my husband's. And I don't think they ever go bad. It's not been that long. So I got that little pad, and I know I got it here this time, last week, so I'm going to try to put it up a little higher because when I put it down low, it hurt. It hurt last week. I'm going to put it right around here, and I clean it up. You can see that my legs haven't lost much weight. And I get this all ready, and then you turn. Can you see the little button? Okay, when I turn that, I'm going to turn it all the way. It'll go past the 0.25. Can you see it, honey? Okay. When it stops, it should say 5. It stopped. .05. Okay. And I just pick up the little spot, and I'm going to squeeze it a little because it did hurt last week. And it's just a tiny little thing, but and I've done everything I was supposed to do, so I go in. Right, it didn't hurt a bit that time. And then I press this top. If you want to get a little closer, you might hear it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pull it up, and if you can see, there's a little tiny drop of blood. That's not going to hurt anything. I just go and put this back on there, and that's it. And I honestly, I'm telling you the truth, it did not hurt at all. Last week it did hurt, but I was like, well, you could see the bruise here. It was up here, and I didn't squeeze it. So I'm thinking probably the best thing to do is to squeeze it. Then I take my little top, I stick it back on the needle. I take the bigger top, put that on top of the little top. And I know this sounds like childish, but you just don't want anybody to get hurt. Unscrew it. Put the original blue top back on it, and you're done for a week. I'm going to show you that I got a little blood on it. I do wrap this up, and I'm going to put it in a bottle. I didn't start doing this. I was just putting one in a bottle and then throwing it away, but I got to thinking I should probably fill the bottle up, and then just call the city and ask where they want it, because I'm sure that they don't want all these needles in a bottle, because they recycle and they melt this down, but I don't know if those needles will melt down. I'm not an engineer, so when that fills up, I'll just throw it away. Had a busy week. walking at the mall. I make sure that I get my steps in, and my husband has a problem with his walking too, so he walks with me. They say 10,000 steps a day. Well, I'm 77, and I've got arthritis and a bunch of ailments that old people get. And 1,000's quite a lot. When we go on a vacation, sometimes I'll get 6,000 or 7,000 in. It's been a long time since I've gotten 1,000. Possibly I would be losing better if I lost 1,000. I mean, walked 1,000. But we go out and we go to Walmart, or we go to Publix, or some kind of grocery store, and just walk around up and down the aisles. It does get costly because we end up buying stuff. But okay, on your box here, it's got little spaces to put down the day that you took your shot, and I recommend doing that. I don't know how I'd forget taking one, but I forget a lot of things. So today is 5/7/23. I guess I'll know the year. And so theoretically, if you look at this, it shows 8 boxes. That'd be 8 of 0.25, or it would be 4 of 0.5. So I know that I've done this 3 times, so I still have 1.5 left, or 2 0.25s. And if I feel like doing another quarter this week, I can do that and still have another 0.25. I'd probably have to do 2 times. Or, if you wanted to do another 0.5 and go to 1. I'm a little bit, I know most of you that have been on this long, 83 days, probably are moved up to 1. But I just don't want to get sick, and I get along with this pretty well. I don't have any problems. I don't feel like food is a terrible thing to eat. I don't feel like I can't eat. But I need to eat my largest in the morning, so I'll tell you that. This morning I had 2 fried eggs. I had one of those little frozen hash browns that you heat up in the oven. I had a piece of toast with a little bit of butter. That's unusual. I usually don't have any bread at all, but I've been having constipation. I thought maybe the bread will help me. I need something bulky, and that's bulky. And then I had my tea, which my tea I put a protein, and I'll show you that. I'm doing a lot of walking. Maybe I'll get my steps in today. I'm going to open this up for you because I never even heard of this kind of stuff. But I am old, so that could be the reason. If you open this up, this is enough for a month. It has a little thing in there. It's a powder. I put one of those in my hot tea. And if you drink coffee, I do the coffee. They said you can put it in cold things. It has no taste at all. Believe me, if it had a taste, I can't take anything. I don't ever put flavors of anything. I want plain popcorn, plain potato chips, plain anything. So, what's wrong?
Turn it. Turn it so you can see the brand.
Oh, okay. There. That's the brand I use. There's several of them. I got this at Walmart, and it was $42, I think, for like a month's worth if you just do one a day. You don't have to do that much, but it gives you 20 proteins. And protein's very important, and I'm not a doctor, but I know that your hair starts falling out if you don't have protein. My daughter's did. My daughter's on Monjaro. She has lost like 70 pounds since last July. She looks great. I've been on this since Valentine's Day. I don't look great, but I look better than I did. And actually last year at this time I was 226. I don't know how I got there, but I did. And because I'm only 5'3". I used to be 5'5", but I've shrunk. But 226, I was like a ball. And it's just, I felt good until I tried to get up and move, and you know, you just can't. Your feet hurt. You can't get up off the floor. I've fallen. I can't get up. That's true. You get that age. I can still get out of the tub because I have strong arms, but I don't take too many tub baths anymore because I don't want to chance it. But anyway, there's so many advantages to this because I have a pacemaker and I have AFib, and on the box it says that it helps you. It can help you if you have AFib, and I'm on blood thinners. This doesn't affect the blood thinners. I went over this with my doctor very well. This was my idea, and he said he checked it up, and he said that it was a good idea, that I should do fine on it. I have real bad arthritis in my feet. It's hard for me to get around. And I have arthritis in my hands and everything, and losing weight, all that's helping, but you know, it's I'll still have it. But my hair did start falling out a little bit, and you know, I don't have real thick hair anyway. But I've noticed that when I brush my hair every day now, it doesn't come out like it was doing. So I know that's helped. My belly's gone down a lot. It has more to go, but you know, my age and having 3 kids and everything, I'm not going to have concave. I had a concave belly for all those years. My hips stuck out, but I am a chubby person. I was a chubby baby and a chubby kid, so it's not unusual for me to be heavy, but I've also been a very thin person through diet. Wasn't easy, but I maintained between 108 and 135 for most of my adult life after my kids. Now I got up to 240 with my last child, a 10-pound baby. So I've fluctuated up and down, and I've got the stuff to show for it. I don't think this is ever going to go anywhere. Where probably the fat that's in it has already gone down, but I'm going to be having wings. My rear end's gone down, and as I said, my breasts have gone down. I think everybody tells me that my neck has gone down, my chin has gone down, maybe my cheeks. Probably going to get more wrinkles. I'm asked all the time why I have no wrinkles because I'm 77. I swear that I've never had anything done, but when I was 18, I was selling Vivian Woodard, which is like some of these other things that they sell, you know, from the home now. And they taught me that no matter what you do every day, make sure that you take off your makeup and make sure that you moisturize your face. And I've done that since I was 18. I don't care if I came in at 2 or 3 in the morning. I wash my face, I put on moisturizer, and I brush my teeth. And I still have all but one teeth. So my mother always wanted to make sure she had all her teeth when she died, and she did. I don't have one, but I try not to show it. But that's my wish, is to have my teeth, and I got off the subject. I'm not sure what I'm talking about, but anyway, wrinkles. I never wore a whole lot of makeup, but a few years ago I was selling some makeup, and I did wear face makeup, which I never wore. I always wore just the eye makeup. These are eyebrow pencil because I had a tattoo. My eyebrows kind of disappeared, and I did the old plucking. I used to have a unibrow, and I plucked a lot, and so I got the tattooed eyebrows, and that's been like 20 years, so they fade, and I'm not having it again. So I can see a faint line, so I know where to follow. But besides eye makeup and lipstick, I didn't ever wear any makeup until about 5 years ago, and it's fine, but I really didn't have wrinkles, so I didn't need to cover it. I don't know. I guess if you have a lot of freckles or something that you want to cover, but I think freckles are cute. But anyway, forget about the makeup. I don't care if you wear pancake makeup or whatever, it's fine. But just make sure you clean it off and you put on a moisturizer. And if you don't have a lot of money, which I don't, I'm living in a double wide, you can use any of the cheaper things that over the counter. You just have to have makeup. I've even heard you use olive oil, but I'm not quite there yet. I have bought expensive things at times in my life where I was a little bit better off, and where they were $100 or $200 a jar. I put them on very sparingly, but I did buy them. But I honestly can say that I don't think that they're any better than the cheaper ones. It's just moisturizer. Just clean and moisturize, and you won't have to probably worry a lot about wrinkles, although a lot of us hereditary, and if you smoke, that's going to probably give you wrinkles. I never drank, never smoked, never did drugs, and never really even drank coffee. I cuss, and I do things I'm not supposed to do. I never did that to be a goody-goody. I just never liked it. I grew up in a family where we were, the family was, had come in from Hungary in 1911, and families lived together, and we were in Detroit, and they had neighborhoods of Hungarians and neighborhoods of Italians and neighborhoods of Irish and neighborhoods of African American, neighborhoods of Southerners. I'm a Southerner now, and that seems to be totally different from a Yankee, but we're all great people. Anyway, there were like 3 adults in the family because we just all lived together, and all 3 adults, and even when the teenagers got to be 16, 17, they were all smoking all day long. I lived like that my first 5 years, and then both my parents smoked. So, I had the secondhand smoke if I didn't have the smoking myself. It affected my lungs a lot. I got pneumonia quite a bit. I was a sickly child, and I just never took up the habit. My habit was eating, and I guess out of all of those, the habit of eating was probably the best because you had to do it anyway. And I think it's probably the hardest one to kick because you got to just eat a little bit. Nobody heard of just smoking a little bit or taking a little bit of drugs. Anyway, I don't have a lot more to say today. I'm just hoping that I can lose another pound or 2 this next week, but I'm not going to give up. I realize that this is a trip, and it's just going to take a while. You have a few stops along the way. I'm not saying it the way intelligent people say it. I forgot. It's not a war, it's a battle. But anyway, y'all have a good day, a good week. Happy Mother's Day. I don't even know if that's today or next week. Is today Mother's Day? No. Okay, next week is Mother's Day. I'll still be here. I've got 3 children, 3 grandchildren, and 3 great-grandchildren. I have 2 great-grandchildren that are driving, so, that gives you an idea. I am old, and I'm happy to be alive and happy to be on Ozempic, and I hope I get a few more years. Bye-bye, guys.